Hello again. Welcome to Charot Room. I'm Angel Qinan.
And I'm your Queen Charot Room, FaelnarTe.
And I'm Kinsey.
Hi, Kim C and Lee. So today I want to talk about work, especially because on COVID-19, there's a lot of people who lost jobs on unemployment, and a lot of people are looking for jobs. I'm actually one of them who lost and have found and have applied for jobs. So I kind of want to talk about what your experiences are. I think being trans, there's a few obstacles for us in terms of finding a job. I remember hearing from Santi, our previous guest, her problem when she applied
Yeah.
on a call center in the Philippines about saying, man with boobs or whatever.
Yeah.
And in terms of the dress code there, if you're considered a guy, I mean, luckily we're here in the United States, so we actually, our IDs are female, but I'm sure we still kind of run into some problems, like maybe our diploma being on a different name or whatever it is. Did you have that, Kim? You're laughing there.
Well, yeah. Well, having like you've mentioned diploma, because Philippines doesn't really recognize our my name change here, so it still has the same name as I have in the Philippines.
Did you
So do
ever
they recognize it, or did they question it, or did you have a problem with that, like in terms of jobs that would require the diploma?
So far, I'm fortunate that all of the jobs I've applied, they haven't asked for it.
Okay.
So yeah.
But what school? What about schooling? Did they ask for it?
S- Schooling?
Yeah,
No.
like high school diploma or whatever. No, they.
No. Yeah, thank goodness. Oh my God, yeah. So, nalusutan ko yung ano na yan, yung, ay, naku, si mother, you have to, dub this or ano.
I'm gonna subtitle it.
Okay, subtitle. So,
Okay, na
nalusutan
mag-Tagalog.
ko.
You can speak Tagalog as much as you want, so that
Ah!
Motherly will dub it all she wants.
No, don't.
Only ikaw na nga magsalita.
Oo nga, yeah.
No, my question for Kim. So, is it okay if I share? Like, you recently finished schooling, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
they say they didn't ask for any certifications or whatnot of your previous educational attainment, or did you have to take like a test, like a screening test, so that they know that you're okay to go back to school? Because I've never gone to school here, so I've never had any experience with that, other than like workshops and all that doesn't require anything at all. So
Well, I did a screening test. Ayan na naman ako. So, nag-screening test ako. And pag napasa, ayun, and then I think that's one step of like being accepted sa school.
So
So
screening
they
test is
didn't,
like an entrance exam. Like an
yes,
entrance exam. Na parang if you qualify, then you don't need to worry about showing any proof of anything.
yes.
oh, how about you,
Okay, that's
Angel? Did
good.
you? Oh no, because like, how about you? Did you ever had any issues with that?
You know what? Because I started applying for a new job, and so they did. That's why I kind of started thinking about it, because I just transitioned 7 years ago, and I've been on the same job ever since. So I didn't really have that problem. Although, like while I was working, I had to change, my documents there to female because I wanted it to match my insurance and all of these things. Um, but this time around, when I was filling out the background check, because like one of the things that is required is a criminal background check, and you would have to write um, any previous names. I mean, my name is the same, but I dropped my middle name. So, like, I'm not really using it when I applied for my IDs, but I didn't technically ask for my name to change. Um, so I was like, just like not sure if I'm gonna write the one with the middle name or not. And then,
Did you have to
and it
ask
kind of,
HR? Did you
I'm
ask
sorry.
HR? Did you ask HR when you were filling it out?
No, I just filled it out the way I understand it. And then if they have questions, they can ask me. I mean, it's the same name, it's the same person, so
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think it should be a problem. Um, yeah, so that's kind of how I thought about, oh my God, what about my other friends who had to change their names, like how difficult is it, like, or um like sometimes like when I do my job interviews, then they would hear me, and if they never use the pronoun, or if they mistakenly uses he as a pronoun, I sometimes don't like correct them right on the spot. So maybe like the HR or like the talent acquisition is, maybe she still thinks I'm a guy. And then when I appear on the interview, I'll be female. And then kind of when I start applying for the position, maybe when they see the documents. So sometimes I think about that. Like, I wonder if they kind of at the back of their head think that, is this identity theft problem?
No, because the angel name is. I mean, if you can, like,
It's
explain
unisex. It's kind of,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. I mean, in the Philippines, it's actually more female kasi parang I know it more from like female actress, di ba? Like si Angel Aquino and
Angel
Angel
Locsin.
Locsin.
yeah,
I mean, wala naman ako kilalang angel na lalaki sa Philippine showbiz.
yeah.
Meron ba? And
No,
then
I
sa
don't think
America
so.
naman, Angel is, yung ba yung Buffy, yung jowa ni Buffy?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Angel. And then
The
one time
angel,
I
yeah.
went to a bank, and then the bank teller told me, um, do you know that Angel is a male name in Mexico? Sabi ko sa kanya, well, in the Philippines, it's a female name.
Well, because they pronounce it as Angel. Right? They would say Angel, and then I think like if it's a guy name, it's more Angel. Like even in the Philippines, I think if somebody's named Angel, then you
Yeah,
would.
so Angel. Pero kasi the way we write down Angel in the Philippines is Anghel.
I think that's the
So
same way
like,
that Mexicans would write it, because they.
yeah, but mine is not spelled like that, and
Yeah.
it's read. Although if my mom is upset with me, she's gonna be like, Angel!
But I think like the spelling of angel in Spanish is the same, Angel.
I think so. I
I
think
think
so
so,
too.
right?
Yeah.
Because like that they just pronounce it Angel. So
Yep.
I it might be because of that, but doesn't
So that's
matter.
another thing I'm like thinking, like on the let's say with the talent acquisition or the recruiter or whoever I talk to, like if they see Angel and then my you know and then they would speak with me and my voice is a little lower and I don't correct them if they get the wrong pronoun, then they might really think I'm a guy until I go to the interview or until I start submitting the documents.
Like that's so it probably also depends on what ethnicity, or is that the PC term? Like what ethnicity or
Sure, yeah, like what background or
what
what
background.
nationality or what culture they have. Um yeah.
So but like for me, for instance, like at this moment, I'm not that concerned with backgrounds, because I work in an industry that is more concerned about your, what do you call this? Your gosh, what do you call your references? Like the
Mhm.
so because since it's more word of mouth rather than like your background when it comes to the industry that I work at.
Yeah.
So now it's not much of a concern with the name. But before I lost my job pre changing my driver's license and everything, but I already was like physically transitioning. Like I
You
was
mean
already
you quit the job or you left the job because
I
you were
lost
transitioning?
I lost my job. I lost my job. I got
Because you were changing your name?
no. I lost my job, and then I haven't changed my name yet. So like during the process of me being unemployed, I changed my driver's license, and that's the
Uh-huh.
only thing that you can change. during that
Okay.
time.
Back then.
I can't change my passport. I was able to go to the
So on the first job that you applied to after you change your name, because you have to provide references for your other jobs or like do your resume, and sometimes they would have to confirm your employment there. So how did that work?
luckily, the place that I worked at before um, is my friends, and I
Okay.
kept in contact with them. Like
Okay.
they became my friends after the fact. After
Okay.
me getting employed there, so like it was easier to just let them know that they're gonna call. But also, since my social security number name wasn't changed yet, I had to put my dead name on it. And
So on your applications with your next job, it was still the dead name until you change your social security's name.
no, I applied with my, so I did what you were concerned about. I applied with my current name on my driver's license, and then
Mm-hmm.
when I was putting in background check, I had to put in the name that appeared on my social security.
When it says like the dead, any other previous names used.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I did it that way. And I feel like there's a few interviews that I did really well and they were interested in me that I didn't get because of the background check. I felt during that time.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but
Yeah, we never really know. That's the
yeah,
challenge we run into, you know. But yeah, but I think that's kind of like one of the problems we kind of have to deal with as trans people,
and,
especially if you have to change your name.
and that was 10 years ago. Let me just like qualify that that was 10 years ago,
So when you apply for
more
a
than 10 years
job
ago.
now, that or if you're gonna apply for another job that will require a background check, would you still put the previous names as your other name?
I actually would probably,
Because it would say other previous names used.
yeah, so for that, um, I don't, I probably will ask HR if it's necessary because it's been so long
Okay.
that I don't know if that record would be pertinent to me being hired.
Yeah, because like one of the things I saw was like, let's say like previous addresses and previous job experience. You just list something within the last
Five,
7 years.
5 to 7 years,
So
yeah.
yeah, it depends. But the one I saw, it says 7 years. So I guess it depends on where you're working. But yeah, it makes sense that it depends on where you would go.
Yeah, so like I think if it's more than like it's been so long already that I don't think it would affect like
Yeah.
my job, so I probably will not put it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But you will still talk to HR and ask them.
if it pops up, like your thing, like what you said, like if it comes up, then I would say. But yeah, I mean, at my current unemployment, like at my current employment, sorry, like or like even if I apply for unemployment, I didn't have to, I didn't put my previous names anymore.
Because it matches your social security and everything already,
Yeah,
and
and
your recent job experience where
yeah,
they base the unemployment from.
yeah.
What
So
about
like
you, Kim? Any any concerns? Anything going on your head? Thinking about everything we're talking about? Sasabog na ba yung utak mo?
I know. My gosh, nag-nosebleed na ako. Char. Char lang. No, no, ano ba? No, like, I'm also like looking for work right now in the medical field. So, but I did have like mga interviews here and there. So far, like, wala namang ano, um, yeah, it's
Are
hard. I mean,
are
it's
all of your
hard.
documents already on your current name?
Yes.
Okay, so you just apply with that, but then
Yeah.
you haven't run into that question yet, like previously used names.
Uh, because I have
Not.
two names. I have two names before, two names and a last name, but
Uh
I've
huh.
never like. But then the companies that I've worked with, they are aware of my first name before, but
Uh
then
huh.
I never. They know me as my second name, which is Kim. So
Uh huh.
it's
Okay, so
not.
it's still part of your original name. So
Yeah.
it Okay, so we kind of are in the same boat, except mine was the first name and instead of the
Yeah,
middle name or the second first name, whatever. Because in the Philippines, it's part of our first name, a first and second, and then the middle name is the mom's maiden name. Here in the United States, your second first name is the middle name. But
middle name.
anyways,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So it's just like yeah, it's like similar to to your name. It's just that mine, I just dropped my first name and I
yeah,
just retain my second name.
that's
Yeah.
good. And all of your certificates with the recent things that you finished educationally, you put Kim already,
Yes.
nothing with the first name.
Nothing with the first name, yes.
I'm excited. I'm excited to hear about your stories with the jobs that you're applying to. I hope you don't run into those problems, but I don't know. It's the first time I'm kind of like looking for a job outside of acting that's like more independent and doesn't really matter what your name is because everybody changes their names with screen name and everything. But as far as like my medical field job, um, it's my first time looking because again I was like on the same job when I transitioned before. So
Yeah, I was like thinking about that because I normally had more than one job at a time. And I liked working that way. So I guess like when I worked in retail, like that was like pre-transition when I worked in retail. Like my boyfriend during that time actually told me, I'm like, why do you have your dead name on it? Like or like well, because I haven't changed any of my documents yet. I'm like, you can be called whatever you can be called by customers. Or whatever you want to be called by the customers and like the people there at work. That it's your name tag, it's not your legal thing. So like
oh,
so they
yeah.
like he actually whatchamacallit, he suggested that I change it to my preferred name. And I was like, oh yeah, huh? I didn't know about that because I was just new here and I was very by the book, by the rule, by the whatever.
I
So
think growing up in the Philippines, we're kind of we're very formal. Like it has to be whatever is on her birth certificate. That has to be the specifically like
yeah.
what's on it and everything. But that's one of the things I noticed also recently. You mentioned it. Like it says preferred name.
Yeah.
So I think some of the application forms that I've seen would say preferred names. And I mean, I didn't fill it out because my name is the same and my
Yeah.
preferred name is the same as the preferred name. But I guess if you're still in the middle of transition or if you had a lot of those problems or two names that would be listed there, then you could put your preferred name, which is the current one.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
changing the oh go ahead, Kim.
Go ahead. No, I'm just gonna share like there's this one company or two companies that I've worked with in the travel industry. Um, all of those people, whatever you hear on the phone or customer service or whatever, that's their preferred name. Like since you've mentioned preferred name, and
Mhm.
yeah, I didn't use my real name or Kim in that company. I use a different name. Like and yeah, but anyways,
What
Also,
did
you
you
even
use?
like you even use a different name. You don't want to use
So what name did you use?
I use Summer Kim. Mm.
Summer Kim?
Yeah, Summer Kim or Summer Chan. No, because like it's
arte.
also part of.
Ang arte mo, girl. Summer ka pa.
I know. It's also part of the strategy because it's customer service. And as soon as whenever I talk to the customers and whenever like whenever I answer the phone and say, "Hi, this is Summer," and it's like, "Oh my God, I love your name. It sounds like it makes me happy when I hear it." Like those kind of
Oh.
bola of the people. Yeah, but
Wait,
I
anyways.
so
think
there
it's
was
a little bit more Americanized too than.
Yeah,
also
it is. It is.
so question, like do you not get what do you call this? Do you not get monitored for your calls? Like does your supervisor know that your call center alias is Summer?
Yeah, I mean everyone.
Oh,
Everyone has their like all of the employees there are. I'm not gonna drop the name
Yeah,
of
yeah,
that
yeah.
company, but yeah, yeah, all of the customer service or travel agents there have their own preferred name. So you, even though you make mistakes there. I mean, I'm not saying they make mistakes,
So
but
may, may You have aliases.
Yes.
Para lang kayong
So,
mga artista, meron kayong screen name.
yes. But
And
Pwede
yeah.
bang gumamit ng mga special characters like or hashtag? My name is hashtag Qinan.
use it, Google it.
Like Keisha, like KE, dollar sign, ha?
So talking about jobs during COVID-19, or at least looking for a job. So are there things that you've seen different in terms of the application process? Kasi syempre, social distancing, you can't really meet in person a lot. So what are your experiences in terms of the job hunting? Either or, because you both did that also.
Well,
So
for me, oh,
yeah,
go ahead, mother. Sorry.
no, no. So right now, well, it's also common that you interview on the phone first before you meet in person. But now, it's just mostly just phone interviews, and then you don't really meet the person like personally, like face to face. And
Yeah.
then, of course, before you get hired, you need to get tested just to make sure that um, you're free from COVID. Like in my
Mm-hmm.
industry, especially, testing for us, depending on how close proximity you are to other co-employees, um, might be anywhere from 3 times to every day, depending on the necessity. So it's not like, I guess, like
What's 3 times? Like 3 times to
a
test
week,
you?
a week.
Okay, I
So
thought you said
three,
okay.
yeah,
So
three.
what else? What else changed since industry? You're talking about the entertainment industry or the shooting. So what new things are they doing up with the COVID-19?
Um, well, no, it's more. I think like there's just more control on who can be holding being in close proximity with other people, and as much as possible they're trying
Hmm.
to make sure like not everybody's going to be within like in a big group together in one room.
So how are they doing that? Because there's usually a lot of people on set. Do you
that
want to share, or is that something you cannot share?
that I'm not sure yet because I haven't really had experience with it, but I know there are people that come in um, that are trained with healthcare to give
Hmm.
specific guidelines that the production needs to follow so that
Okay.
they can be safe when it comes back to filming. But there's like just their guidelines. So it's just a little bit, it's just gonna add more time. Let me just say, like, it already takes a long time sometimes to film something that's 30 minutes. It takes,
Hmm.
so now that you're gonna have to consider and add that factor of, sanitizing the areas, and you also have to sanitize your hands, clean your hands, this and that. So all of that is going to increase the length of creating something, and also the budget's probably going to go up too. I'm not like I'm talking in general.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, it makes sense. But I think it's better to be safe, than it's
Correct.
okay to, like the saying we had in it was like slowly but surely.
Yeah, better safe.
Ganyan, diba? Ikaw, Kim, ano naman ang experience mo with the interviews?
Well, for me, I feel like it's much harder because everything is automated now. Like, they're looking for a specific word or phrase on, like, sa compute, like on their system na once you send your resume and it didn't hit those marks, then probably
Mm-hmm.
you'll mine will get rejected.
So you have to adjust
So
your resume.
yeah, something like that. But so because like that's I don't know. I mean, now I'm probably trying to go back to what I know, what I have
Mm-hmm.
experience with, which is the branding or
Yeah.
marketing. Naks! Branding, social. Pero I don't know.
I think you're saying it's harder because you can't charm them in person.
Yeah, it's true. That's one. I think because resume. I mean, they don't know you. They don't see you. They don't see the full package. You can't really
Mhm.
explain. I
You
mean,
don't see the
there's
full
only
package. You
yeah,
could be getting this. Ganyan, di ba?
ganon. And they don't, I mean, you can only put so much on your resume because you don't want them to hunt all the way down because they only have like probably a minute to look at your resume. Yes,
Yeah.
no. We want, they want like a quick, easy yes. So if they see your resume, yes, we want that. We want that person. You know, that kind of thing. So yeah. But
Do you still have
yeah,
printed resume? Do you submit printed resume?
right now, no, because of the COVID. I mean,
Yeah.
I think
So
everyone's
hindi mo na pwedeng
cautious.
sabihin na it's scented.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, yung mga gimmicks na yun.
But do you wear sunglasses when you go on interviews before?
I wear face shield.
Do you come in with your do you come in with your sunglasses and be like, I'm ready for my interview?
Sana nga, if I can do that. Diba?
Sana
But
all. Chos.
sana all, yes. But right now, so may mga on the works naman, going back to marketing and branding. So we'll see if hopefully sana I can get like I can get into the medical field right away. So sis, please,
Yes,
pasok
yes. Sana.
na.
Sana I can work with you.
Diba?
I did send you one
Sana
job, diba,
all.
remember, that I saw on
Yeah.
my online searches. Because at a certain point, I was like looking every day. Like whatever pops up, I want to see. Like, so
Yeah.
nakita ko yung mga ibang positions, even if it's not for registered nurses. But so I sent it to you one time. You know, but
Yeah,
ako naman, I had one experience na they had this thing called pre-interview that you can do it on your own time. It's weird because you record yourself with the answers. Like they already have the questions, and then you hit record and then answer the question and then you turn it off.
That's so cool.
Parang siyang
yes,
ano,
yes,
self-tape.
yes, yes,
Sabi ko,
yes.
parang siyang self-tape. Nakakaloka. Tapos, and it's the usual questions. The usual questions about, like, you know, like tell us about yourself, you like what's your educational background, and then it was weird. It was kind of
Yeah.
weird though. Like I don't know if it works for us
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you do all of this work, but of course you still have to dress up for the screen and then kind of answer it, and then if you don't like the way you answer the first time, you re-record it, you know.
Yeah.
And if you don't re-record it, are they gonna take it against you that you stuttered in the middle of the sentence, you know?
Yeah.
Versus if you're doing it in person, then they see you how you speak, and it doesn't matter if you
Also,
kind of.
you have to go into the facility to do that inner like that.
No, it was at home. So
At
you do
home.
it from your laptop, and then they have their own kind of software, and then the question will pop up, and then you hit record, and then you can review the video, and then you could go to the next question.
That's interesting.
It was very interesting. It was, I mean,
It's kind of high tech, impersonal, but super kind of. Is that
yes,
the future?
pero it's just like the pre-screening, and then after that, I
Yeah.
guess based on whoever applied, but I don't know how it will affect bias. You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
if they start seeing the pictures, it's like an audition. Like, ayaw ko
Yeah.
niyan.
Yeah.
Ano ba,
Yeah.
hindi napapakinggan yung buong interview mo. Kasi
Yeah.
you know?
Talking about auditions, have you done auditions since COVID?
I did like just super few self-tape. Actually, I did one before in person, independent. But we had like the mask, and then social distance na lang kami nung nag-arte na.
Also, you acted with somebody. May partner ka na ano?
Yes.
Wow.
But that was an independent
Yeah.
film, so it's not like it's so it's not a SAG project, so they didn't have to follow all the guidelines and whatever. But I made sure that it's safe. If not, I'm not gonna like walk in, or you know, I'm gonna just leave. They were respectful naman with what I'm comfortable with. I think they were just like not scared, which is scary for me. But whatever, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
So.
But that's quite.
Yeah.
But
And
that
you
was,
just did like 3 auditions in 2 days, Lee.
3. Is it 3 or
Riba.
I
Did
think
you not
2.
do one today?
No, I had 2 yesterday. Um, well, like when this comes out, I don't know when. But no, I had but they're both self tapes, self
Mm-hmm.
submit, and then the one was just like I just uploaded something that I did previously that we did through Zoom,
Yeah.
and then like yesterday I just did the self tape, and then tomorrow I'm having my first in person interview. I mean interview, sorry, audition.
Audition.
So
How
like
do you
Audition.
feel about that?
I'm a little nervous about it. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm like super duper nervous about it. So
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna take off your mask?
I don't know what they need from me. So I'll bring
Are
my
you willing to take off your mask? Because you're the one who's like most careful here. So that's why I'm curious to
Yeah.
ask.
I'll bring my face shield and everything. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. So I might
But I think you have to kind of mentally prepare for different
Yeah.
scenarios. Are you willing? That's what's my question, I guess.
so I am going to ask first if how's the ventilation in this room and all of
Oh,
that. No, I seriously will
Such
have to
a
ask.
diva.
Well,
Just
no.
kidding.
Diva
I'm teasing.
MC.
Well, you know what? Like I'm probably headed to become a diva, but I cannot be a diva if something happens to me in the process. So
Yes, I mean, no, I was just teasing you. I was just teasing you. As I said, I would have walked out on that audition also if I wasn't comfortable with, what's happening with the audition. Um,
I might ask if it's okay for me to wear a face shield, and if they say like like the clear one, and if they
yeah,
say
but
okay,
the reflection and this
yeah.
and that, and
If they say okay, then I'll be like, sure, I'll wear the face shield. But I think for the most part, they always wear masks. I just don't know
mhm.
how often they sanitize the area. So like,
Yeah.
that's just my main concern. So I probably have to ask how often you sanitize, blah blah blah, this and that. Especially you're acting. So like, I don't know much, but I think like there's still gonna be aerosol particles that are gonna be like inside that room for the
So
most.
with the filming that you're talking about, with the job that you have, did you ask that question about the air quality and the air filter in the office or at on location shoot?
The current job that I'm going to have. Oh
Yeah.
no, because like since I work in the office, then we're all gonna be wearing masks, uh, face masks. So
Okay.
there's less.
You're not concerned because of that.
Yeah, I'm not that concerned because at all times we're required to wear face masks, and then
Okay.
there's protocols for actors and the people who can touch actors and the type of
Mm-hmm.
PPE that they're supposed to wear. So there's guidelines on how immediate you're gonna be in contact with somebody else, and yeah. So and then they'll try to sanitize the area every day before shoot and then after shoot. So yeah.
Yeah. So
The
hopefully,
classes that
I
yeah.
sorry. No,
Now,
I
Kim,
say go ahead, Kim, because it's a
I
totally
know. I'm
different
just
topic.
gonna say. Oh, it's also a different topic. It's about the ano tawag nito? Yung vaccine. Hopefully, it'll come out. They say by
I know. I hope
December or
so.
January. Because one of my classmates sa class, malamang classmates. Ano ba? Because this doctor, actually there are three doctors sa klase namin.
hala.
They work for WHO. And they were saying about those this vaccine, COVID vaccine, and they highly recommend to take it as soon as it comes out, like as soon as it gets approved, because I think we all know. I think it's a public record or article na they're testing it for 30,000 people and see like so hopefully by December or January next year or late next year, we'll have vaccine. Would you?
Oh my
Would you
God.
take it?
Late next year. Oh my God. That's like a
Yeah,
year pa.
yeah. Would you take it? Yung vaccine yun when as soon as it comes out.
As I might wait a month. It
Mhm.
depends if I have a job or not. Because I don't know. Again, like what Angel said, akong pinaka what you call this, hypochondriac sa grupo. So I don't know
Yeah.
how that's gonna affect you long term.
Mhm.
Um, So
I
I
mean,
kind I
it's they said it's only going to be in our system for a year, and then we have to retake it again the following year. Like flu
It's like the
shots,
flu vaccines, like the flu
yeah,
vaccine,
flu vaccine. Yeah.
the flu shots. Um, okay, well, I will have to see the study and how it is at that time. And most likely, I work in the medical field, so it's probably going to be
Yeah.
required because we are required to take flu shots every year. We are required to do all of the immunizations. Actually, you have a choice of not doing the flu shot before, but then you have to wear the mask, and nobody was wearing mask at that time. So I don't know how that will affect it now, since it's more common to see people with masks. So I don't know if they're gonna require it, or if they will still have that policy that if you don't want to do the flu vaccine, then you have to wear a mask. So I'll cross the bridge when I get there. But I
Yeah.
do hope that it's safe,
Yeah.
and that we do find that cure or treatment or vaccine for COVID-19, so that we can be back in person, showing off our charm with everybody.
and we can do
Yeah.
Charot Room in person instead of
And do maybe Charot
Yeah.
Room in person, and
Yeah.
and enjoy our jobs and our coworkers at that point. Any last
Yeah.
words about work or anything like that you want to share, Kim, Lee,
well,
Lee from Q?
okay, so last word for me. I'm like, I guess like if somebody watched this till the end, like hi, thank you for watching.
Hi. Hi.
So like if you want to
Hi,
help
we want
support,
you.
so if you want to help support us, have more content, please do like, follow, and subscribe, and then hit the bell notification so that in case we don't have like jobs that pay us, we at least have this, and then we have something creative to do that we can share with you. So thank you for watching till the end. That's like my final word for
Aw.
this episode.
Kim,
Uh,
wala.
yeah.
Yun na.
Yun na.
Yun na. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for watching. And I hope you, as what Lee said, like, subscribe, comment, and share with your friends. And if you have any topics that you want us to discuss, feel free to, again, comment that or message us on our DMs or anywhere. Again, I'm Angel Qinan,
I'm Lee FaelnarTe.
And I'm Kim C.
and you
Charot.
are watching the Charot Room.
Bye! Charot.